All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're going to go on a bit of a treasure hunt, and we're going to decode the entire business model, the tech, the legal framework of, one of the biggest websites in the world. And we're going to do it using just a single line of text that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Seriously, just think about it for a second. You and I, we scroll past this thing a million times a day without giving it a second thought. But what if that totally boring little footer, what if it wasn't just a list of links? What if it was actually a map, a blueprint for the entire operation? Well, today we're going to unfold that map.
So yeah, that's the mission here. We're treating this line of text like it's not just a footnote, but the foundational document. It's almost like YouTube's entire mission statement, just disguised as a simple menu. And here it is. This right here is the exact text you'll find at the bottom of pretty much every YouTube page. Now, at first glance, yeah, it just looks like a jumble of corporate and legal links, right? But if you know how to read it, this is not a random list. It's a story, and it's told in 3 parts: how the machine actually works, who it's for, and the rules that hold the whole thing together. All right, let's dive into part 1. I'm calling this the engine room. These are the links that really get into the product itself, the core technology. This is literally the engine that powers everything you see, everything you click, and everything you watch. So that little phrase, how YouTube works, that's our key. And when you break it down, it's actually kind of simple. It's really just a 3-step loop. Step 1, content gets created and uploaded. Step 2, YouTube system processes that video, and this is the crucial part. It decides who to recommend it to. And then step 3, we watch it, we engage with it, and that feeds data right back into that recommendation engine. That's it. That's the core loop. Okay, next up, check out the word developers. Now this is a huge clue. It tells us that YouTube's engine isn't some closed-off box. Nope. They actually give outside programmers the tools, APIs, to build new stuff right on top of their platform. I mean, think about all those apps that let you download thumbnails or analyze your channel stats. That's the developer ecosystem at work. It expands the YouTube universe way beyond its own website. And the real genius move here? It makes the platform so much more powerful, and YouTube doesn't even have to build all that stuff themselves. And get this, they're not just building for today. That link, Test New Features, is a literal open invitation. It's YouTube basically saying, hey, we're always evolving, and we want you, our most engaged users, to help us build what's next. So you see, the engine isn't just running, it's constantly being upgraded, and they're asking for our help to do it. Okay, so we've got the tech down. We understand the engine. But an engine is pretty useless without fuel and someone to drive it, right? So let's move on to the next part of this blueprint where we meet the 2 most important groups of people who make this whole thing go: the people making the content and the people paying for it. And this right here, this reveals the whole central dynamic. You've got creators on one side and advertisers on the other. It's the 2 sides of the business model. Creators, they're the heart of it all. They make the stuff that brings us here, they build the audiences, and the advertisers, well, they're the fuel. They provide the cash that pays the creators and keeps the lights on, all because they want to find customers inside that audience. It's a perfect loop, One just can't exist without the other. All right, so think about it. You've got millions of creators, billions of viewers, and just a constant river of money flowing through the system. You are going to need rules, a lot of them. And that brings us to the last section of our blueprint, the legal and safety framework. You can almost think of it as the constitution for the entire nation of YouTube. And it all starts with copyright. And this is absolutely fundamental. I mean, in a world where you can copy anything with a click, copyright is the whole system that gives value to a creator's original work. It's the basic rule that says, hey, you made this, so you get to control it. Honestly, without this, the creator economy as we know it just couldn't exist. Okay, next up is terms. And let's be super clear about this. This is the contract. The second you start using YouTube, you've agreed to their terms of service. It spells out exactly what YouTube promises to do and, maybe more importantly, what they expect from you. It's the official rulebook for playing on their platform. And then we have privacy. Now, this one is all about you. Every single search you make, every video you watch, that's all data. The privacy policy is basically YouTube's public statement about what data they're collecting, why they're collecting it, which, let's be honest, is mostly to power that recommendation engine and target ads, and how they're supposed to protect it. And finally, we've got policy and safety. So if the terms are the legal contract, think of these as the community guidelines, the social rules. This is where YouTube tries to draw the line on stuff like hate speech, harassment, and dangerous content.
It's their attempt to keep the platform a safe and, well, usable place for everybody.
Okay, so let's step back for a second and put the last few pieces of this puzzle together. We've decoded the engine, we've decoded the economy, and we've decoded the rulebook. These last few links on our map, they're all about how the company presents its official face to the outside world.
You can think of these as the front doors. About, that's their official origin story. Press is basically the media kit for journalists. And contact us is, well, the official way to get in touch. It's the whole corporate PR and administrative layer, all wrapped up.
And then, at the very, very end of it all, you get the signature on the blueprint. That little copyright notice, with the current year stating loud and clear who owns this entire massive structure. Google. It really is the final stamp of authority on the whole document. So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? That single, kind of boring line of text we always ignore? It's not just a footer. It's a complete schematic, and it's built on 3 core pillars. First, you've got the engine, the tech that makes it all run. Second, the ecosystem, the people and the money, that dance between creators and advertisers. And third, the rulebook, the legal and safety stuff that's supposed to hold it all together. So there you have it. You can now read the blueprint that's been hiding at the bottom of every single page. And the next time you click on a video, just remember, you're not just watching a creator. You are an active participant in this huge machine of technology, commerce, and law. So now that you can see the whole blueprint, what do you see differently?